Hello, loves. Hello, doves. I'm so sorry we're on tilt. I'm trying to do a little recording while the kiddos are playing at the playground. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking about, it doesn't matter how old you are. Every girl needs a starter bag, okay? Don't even question, Kanisha, how old are you? I am young at heart, forever young, okay? I thought about all the recent launches, like all of these cute little starter bags coming out from Louis Vuitton. And I was just thinking to myself, oh my God, they're so cute, but some of them just should not make the cut, okay? Some of them do not belong in our collection. I mean, let me rephrase that. They are all beautiful. They are all cute, but some of them, I would just probably say choose this one, not that one, okay? That's all. I think that's what I would say. Choose this, not that is the name of the game today when we are thinking about choosing our first starter bags. I'm going to focus this conversation on Louis Vuitton because I love Louis Vuitton. However, I did also think about Gucci and YSL because I recently went to Woodbury Outlets and I had an opportunity to take a look at the YSL bags. I have some opinions on them. Anyway, we're going to focus on Louis Vuitton. And if you are into that, then stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. Welcome everybody to my channel. My name is Kanisha. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back, my loves. Welcome back. I want to talk a little bit about the Pochette Accessoire first of all, you guys. Let's just talk about the Pochette Accessoire because this is the quintessential starter bag for Louis Vuitton. If we are talking classic, a monogram, a Louis Vuitton, the Pochette Accessoire has got to be the #1 classic SLG, okay? Starter bag now that they've come out with this new model. So forget SLG, my friends. I mean, maybe all of these, in my opinion, might be SLG worthy. Let's just classify all of them as essential bags. Whether they are perfect is really going to be your opinion. However, let's just classify them all as essential bags. So the Pochette Accessoire has got to be the quintessential Louis Vuitton starter essential bag, especially with this new model coming out. Now, back in February, I had the opportunity to pick up some staples from Louis Vuitton. Now, I have not used the other monogram piece that I bought, and I'm just looking at the fact that Louis Vuitton recently just came out with a new model. It's got the chain, it's got a long strap to it, and I'm thinking to myself, I feel a little bit gypped, honestly. If we're talking about starter bags, Louis Vuitton does this all the time. Forgive all the screaming in the background. If you have children, you know. If you don't, I remember being one of those feeling like, oh my God, that's screaming. And now I have 2. I mean, what happened? Anyway, if you are thinking about your first starter Louis Vuitton bag, you must consider the Pochette Accessoire, the new model. Just shut our eyes at the price point, right? Just shut your eyes at the price point of $1,500 versus still shutting our eyes at the price point of the old model, which is only 6 months old. I suppose it's obsolete. In today's terms, it's obsolete. All that screaming is like, is it really necessary? Honestly, it gives you a headache when we're trying to talk a little bit about luxury bags. Anyway, now somehow 6 months later, I feel like old news because the old Pochette Accessoire is now the old model. I mean, this is what is the problem with keeping up with Louis Vuitton. Don't try to keep up with Louis Vuitton. Just don't do it. I'm going to talk a little bit about why Louis Vuitton is doing what they're doing, and you are not going to like it. Especially if you're like in your 40s like me, you're not going to like this reason. Because it means we're literally getting old, y'all. It literally means we're getting old. This is what Louis Vuitton is doing, is catering to the younger generation. 40% of millennials and Gen Z buy these luxuries now because they have the income starting off at a younger age to do so than the older generations. I'm an older millennial, but they have the income now starting off at a younger age compared to the boomers and the Gen Xers out there. So that is what's happening, and Louis Vuitton as well as other companies, are keeping up with the pace of the young, short attention span. Okay, they're keeping up with the pace of their short attention span, not those of us who prefer the quiet luxury of the moments, the under the radar, sophisticated pieces, if you will. That is obviously a whole other conversation. But right off the bat, like, those are some of my off the top comments related to quiet luxury, as well as this relentless fast luxury fashion. This relentless pace of fast luxury fashion must-sees. Back on track. That was a little rant that you guys were probably like saying we didn't ask for. You're not sure if you should say thank you or no thank you. Anyway, the Pochette Accessoire new model, 6 months later, is definitely one of those babies you put on your, if I'm going for a Louis Vuitton and I want a starter, why not? This should be on my list, okay? It should be on your list. Not saying it should be the one, especially if you can only buy one, right? It should be on the list. Why? Because, my friends, because if you love functionality like me, all those pockets inside and all those compartments are going to put you into functional heaven, right? That's why all the windows are open. See the sky? Ah, it feels good to be up there. Yes, it feels good to be inside of that bag. It makes me feel gypped. Ah, if I had only waited. I mean, honestly, is it worth the price point? Probably not. If you have the Pochette Accessoire, which I do, and you have all the straps of your dreams for Louis Vuitton and chains, which I do, probably you're feeling like, oh, I don't need to spring for it unless I'm really looking for that internal zipper, which I adore, and the ability to have the internal card slots, which I adore, and the chain and more straps, which I adore. Right. Moving on from the Pochette Accessoire, because at the end of the day, they're exactly the same except for what's inside, okay? And the fact that we get multiple straps. So let's just move on. Put that one on your list. She said, why are you screaming? That was my kid asking that question because she knows. The next bag that should definitely be on your list is the, I want to say you should definitely put the Ivy Walk on your list. I love the Ivy Walk. I absolutely love the Ivy Walk. Now, I know I had a bad experience earlier this year with the Ivy Walk. However, I am always willing to give bags a second chance. And I do try to look at the advice of others. So go check out Candy, because I know she bought the Ivy Walk in cream, but she returned it. And I bought the Ivy Walk in monogram and returned it. So right off the bat, we are definitely striking out. Third time's the charm. The reason why I would still consider the Ivy Walk is because it's still so cute. It's classic Louis Vuitton. I mean, this fold over flap is everything. And then the internal zipping compartment, I know. And the internal card slots, I know. Reminiscent of the Pochette Accessoire, is it not? And it's more expensive, so doesn't it make you feel like actually going with the Pochette Accessoire is the better option? Absolutely. That's why they're both on the list. However, the Ivy Walk is $200 more expensive, my loves. Well, doesn't it make you feel like, why? Like, why? Why are we interested, Louis Vuitton? We get the chain and the strap on the Pochette Accessoire, and we get the same internal functionality. So why? Unless you're just looking for the fold over flap and you want to experience the potential cracking, not saying it could happen to you, it happened to me. If you want to potentially have that experience, a similar shared twinning moment, I'm with you. We can be twins for a moment. Okay, so the Ivy Walk is on the list because I actually really love the look of this bag. For the fold over flap, I think it's like gorgeous. I think it's a beautiful design. That's the reason, if you're looking for an alternative to the Pochette Accessoire, I really love the Ivy Walk. Louis Vuitton also released it in print. However, it's not my preference because it's more of like the Géant print, and I really loved the monogram version. However, if you're looking more for the leather version, I believe you probably would experience a lower risk of cracking on the corners like I did with the monogram version. The Ivy Walk and the Pochette Accessoire are similar in size. The Ivy Walk is a little bit shorter in height, but their overall length is similar. overall depth capacity is very similar. So if you're looking for, again, a little starter bag, I put the Ivy Walk on there because I think it's so cute. The next bag I want to move on to is the Lily. Now, I really was so interested in this little bag as a potential starter bag. Again, we're talking essential bags. What might they fit? Essential bags is going to fit a little card holder, like a little small card wallet, your keys, maybe a lippy or two, and your phone. Essential bags should always fit a phone. So any of these bags I'm referring to, they are not nano bags, they're not micro bags, they're really small essential bags, maybe a larger SLG. I'm not talking about the Pochette Matisse Nano, so that you know and have the right frame of reference. The Lily reminds me of this 1920s fold over flap little itty bitty clutch bag that I would take to like dinner or something like that. That's what it reminds me of. It's so cute. I loved it when I saw that it came out. It reminded me a little bit of the similar, like a little bit, not all the way because this is a fold over, but that front plate on it reminded me of the Mila pouch Louis Vuitton did a few years ago, which is more of a zippered version. What I liked about it is that it has a microfiber interior lining. It's so luxe. It has a little bit of card slots in there for you. There's no pockets or anything like that, so I feel like that is a drawback. The other drawback about it is the fact that it's a fold over, so I'm not entirely sure about whether or not that bag would experience any cracking in the creases of the fold over because it is monogram canvas on the outside, but the inside is microfiber lining. And I feel like when Louis Vuitton pairs their canvas with microfiber lining, or when there's a fold over and it's more in the leather version, will experience a lower risk of cracking, with the exception of epi leather. I believe epi leather is the leather that cracks all the time no matter what. And I've also seen glazing on the Empreinte Matisse as well. I feel like I've seen glazing on some of the leather bags look like it's cracked as well. So don't hold me to it, but I thought that the Lily was a really cute bag. I thought that was like cute that it was under the radar with that little gold plate on the front. Some people might say that looks a little tacky, but I thought it was cute. Now the Lily comes with a chain strap. That I think is nice. I think you see me struggling with the words to get it out is because I think a chain strap at the $17.60 price point of the Ivy Walk, which comes with a chain and comes with a leather strap, is a better bag in my opinion. Although what people would argue is that the Lily has the microfiber interior, but it doesn't have any interior functionality other than a couple card slots. I feel better with the Walk, the Ivy Walk, than I do with the Lily wallet on chain. Those are two different wallets on chains from Louis Vuitton that I wanted to put on there. Like if you're gonna go with one or the other, I'd probably spring for the Walk over the Lily. But then if you're gonna go for one over the other, I'd probably spring for the Pochette Accessoires over the Walk, Ivy Walk. There's different levels to it when we're talking about starter bags and what you're looking for and why you might care, especially if you don't have like a starter, if you don't have any starter pieces from Louis Vuitton, or if you sold them all and you're looking to get back into them, or if you're someone like me who never bought any to begin with and then you started recently picking them up. I really love the thought of the Pochette Accessoires, the new model. Other bag that I wanted to talk a little bit about, I actually have with me, it is the mini bum bag. And the reason why I'm putting this on the list as a starter bag, and believe you me, that is what I would classify this as, is an essential little starter bag, because that's all you are going to fit in here, my loves, is the essentials. And I'm pleased to say that my essentials do fit in here with a phone. It's got my AirPods in there. My lippy is that blue stuff. It's got my little card holder. It's got some gum in there, hand sanitizer. My key fob fits in the front here. If I want, I've put money in here before. I've also put cards in here, so it acts as another place to store additional cards if I want. And like I said, the phone does fit back there. It is a tight fit once I put the phone in there, so normally I choose not to do that. The reason why I thought, you know what, let me throw this on the list as a potential, if you're going to spring for anything new this season and you want to spring for something that is more modern, you can go for a piece like this. However, I would definitely say This is a trendy piece, okay? Not to be confused with a true classic, which is the Pochette Accessoire. That piece, I feel like if they ever got rid of it, it's like them getting rid of the Neverfull, which that's changed. I mean, anything can change, I guess, so don't be caught surprised. However, if you feel like this is so cute and this is something that you would carry for years and years and years on end and not get tired of and not get irritated with, like me, you know, trying to struggle with things and move things around, then put it on your radar, put it on your list. I was able to score this baby online, if you can believe it. I still can't believe it. I had also asked my SA to put me on the waiting list. When she asked me the first time around, because she absolutely did, I was definitely on the fence. I'm not even gonna lie. I was on the fence, wishy-washy. I missed my window. And then it came back around a few months later. She asked me if I wanted to get back on the list, and I said sure. And at the same time, I was just checking the website. So just super Louis Vuitton secret right there. If you're always curious whether or not you can scoop up some of the new pieces online, you can. You just have to be looking, okay? You just have to be on it. Don't say I didn't warn you. You're gonna have to jump on it if you want it when it comes to securing the pieces online. I would absolutely say choose this over maybe like the Lily or even over the Ivy Walk. Oh yeah, I would say choose this over the Ivy Walk. I'm not sure if you should choose it over the Lily, but what I like about it is that it does come with another chain as well as a leather strap, and the Lily only comes with one chain strap. The Ivy Walk does come with a chain strap and a leather strap. So does the Pochette Accessoire. So now I'm rethinking maybe the Lily falls all the way to the bottom of the list. And due to the cracking, the Ivy Walk comes in third. And then because it's more trendy and a little bit smaller, the mini bum bag comes in second. And the Pochette Accessoire, if you can believe it, tradition always wins, comes in first. So those are my quick thoughts related to if you're going for a starter bag and you're going Louis Vuitton. There are 4 cuties that spring to mind for me. There's probably more. Throw them out there. Come on, lovelies. Come on, community. Engage. Let's see what more come to mind. Let's help the community out. If there's more that come to mind, I'd love to know them. Maybe I'll check them out. And if you're interested in other brands, let me know. I'd be happy to start taking a look at other brands and doing some comparison videos there as well. If you enjoyed this video, then I certainly hope you liked and subscribed by now, and you go follow me on KBotLV on Instagram and TikTok. No, I'm not as active on those platforms as I need to be, but you can still help me grow. And feel free to send me super chats if you feel like you got some information and entertainment out of this video. I would always appreciate the support. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, tell me which of my starter bags you agree with. Do you agree with the order that I place them in? Go 1, 2, 3, 4, or switch up the orders for whichever order you like best. I would love to see it. Drop a little handbag shopping emoji if you made it to the end, and I will see you soon.